Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you something new called Bulgar rice. So you're gonna need rice. I'm using parboiled. You can use any rice. Bulgar. Salt. I'm using sea salt. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Measure 1 cup rice. 1 cup rice. Get a medium-sized saucepan or stewing pot ready. Put the rice in the bowl. Measure ½ cup bulgar. I don't know why I'm using this bowl, but disregard that. You do this in a medium-sized saucepan or stewing pot that you will be using to cook this bulgar rice. Add the bulgar. Add enough water into the saucepan. Drizzle several drops of distilled white vinegar in the water. Use your hand and your fingers. Rotate your hand and your fingers in the water. Wash bulgar and rice clean. Do this for a minute. Wash bulgar and rice clean. And then remove the water. When you're removing the water, put your hand and your fingers in a cup, just barely separating your fingers. Pour the water through your palm and let the water flow between your fingers. If you're not comfortably using your hand, you can always get a small strainer like this. Do what I'm doing. At the end of the day, do not waste the rice and the bulgur when removing the water. Rinse rice 2 or 3 times. Ignore this part. Like I said, I don't know why I am using this bowl. You use the saucepan or pot which you'll be using to cook. Rinse rice 2 or 3 times until it's clean like this. After the final rinse, if the water is clear like this, then the bulgur and rice is clean enough for cooking. After that, add 2 cups water on your washed rice and bulgur that is into the saucepan. Although I provided measurements just for you to know if you're using enough water when cooking rice, do this. Place your clean finger on top the rice in the water. The water should stop at the first bend of your finger, the index, which should be 3/4 inch between 1 inch height or high. I got this idea from my sister Valmarie. Measure and add ½ teaspoon salt. I am using sea salt. Stir it in. Put to heat. Put the stove's gauge on 4, medium-low. Use the pan's lid, cover saucepan halfway open. You do this to prevent overflow. Get a fork ready. Do not use a spoon. Use a spoon only when serving. After 6 minutes, this is what it looks like. Use the fork. Stir in the pot. Stir in the rice with the bulgur. Rotate the bottom to the top and vice versa. Use the pan's lid, cover it halfway open. Stove's gauge is on 4, medium-low, allow. If you cover the saucepan without opening it halfway, the starch from the rice is gonna foam and that will make it overflows and messing the stove up, and you don't want that. After 10 minutes, this is what it looks like. Use the fork, Stir in the cooking rice and bulgur. You're on the right track. The water has dried out. This is what you want. Now would be a good time to turn the stove down on low. Very low. And now is the time you put the lid on, seal, close it properly. This is how low you want the flame to be. Almost off low. See? Ensure that pot or pan that you're cooking with is centered under the flame. After 20 minutes total, 10 minutes on low, this is what it looks like. Use the fork, rotate the bottom to the top, right around in the saucepan. Use the pan's lid, cover the saucepan properly, allow. The stove's gauge is on low, allow. After 30 minutes, 20 minutes on low, this is what it looks like. Use the fork, rotate the bottom to the top. So this is what you want. Once you can see that this rice and bulgur mixture is sticking to the pot's bottom, it's definitely ready. By keeping the stove on very low, this will never burn. I learned this from my mother. I keep it on low, it never burn. So she always put the stove on low and go sleep and wake up back and continue cooking. Which is not a good idea. Don't ever cook and go sleep hoping that you will sleep and wake up back to start cooking. Don't do that. Turn the stove off. And then after you finish sleeping, you continue cooking. That is fire hazard. You saw me turn the stove off, right? To know if the rice is ready and cooked properly, use a fork or your fingers. Press on it or squeeze it. If it's squish, easy, it's ready. To serve rice, that when you present it, it looks neat on the plate, do this. Get a size bowl or a dish like this. That will hold the proportion you want to serve to that person. Use a spoon. Add rice into the bowl or dish and then pack it tight. Take a plate, place it on top the bowl or dish with the rice in it. Hold it firm. Flip the bowl or the dish upside down with the plate facing upright. By tapping on the bowl or dish bottom, that will release the rice. Remove the bowl. Voila. This idea I got from my friends Rodney and Junie when we are keep dance. This is new bulgur rice. Visit JamaicanDinners.com for the recipe, subscribe, like, and share. You should try making this bulgur rice accompaniment. I know when you do, you'll come back and say you loved it. This is our bulgur rice. It might be a new recipe, I am not sure. The idea came to me one day when I'm cooking rice and I didn't have enough, and it came to mind, add some bulgur and see how it might taste. So I did, and it came out lovely for me. So I'm deciding to share it with you. You will love this meal accompaniment. Bulgur rice is a nice blend, and it eats like you're eating something heavy, such as rice and peas or rice and beans. You will love it, I guarantee. When you try this, from now on you won't ever eat plain rice again. Because eating bulgur by itself is not nutritious at all. Bulgur by itself has very little nutrients, if any. But by adding it to the rice, you will love it. Trust me. You could add 1 teaspoon of butter if that's what you want. If using butter, add it 5 minutes before the end. Until next time, bye. Yeah, man.